obviously, at the time. I remember Dr. Petty at the Breast Diagnostic Center asked me, do you need to come back in when I tell you the diagnosis? I said, oh no, it's fine, just call me. Just call me. And I think he knew me well enough to know that was okay. And I was actually walking into Coney Island downtown, 2 o'clock, September 5th, and he called me and said, hey Lindsay, what are you doing? And I said, well, getting ready to get a Coney dog. And he said, well, actually we talked a little bit, because I want you to know you do have breast cancer. And I said, okay. And he said, what are you gonna do now? I said, well, I'm gonna go to Coney Island, have a hot dog and have a Coke. What do you want me to do? So it's okay, I've been okay with the diagnosis and very open to the treatment. When they told us we were going to have an artist, I was very excited. I have always appreciated art, loved art. I didn't know what kind of artist I was going to receive.
Oh, instant energy. Instant energy. When I walked in and I looked at her, it was just like there was some kind of force.
I had never seen what Terry looked like. I had heard of Terry, I had seen his work, but I never knew what he looked like. I was sitting at the dash-in, and as soon as he walked in, I knew it was him.
I kept looking at her and thinking something. I go, are you Aquarius?
Halfway through the lunch, she said, are you an Aquarius or a Capricorn?
And Lindsay said, yeah. And I said, when's your birthday? And she's born on Valentine's Day, and so am I. So that was kind of a neat little energy exchange there.
I'm wondering if these are going to match each other at all, but I'm going to believe you that they're going to.
I think they will.
Oh, I need red, that's what I need. See, I feel like mine doesn't match yours, because I don't have any red or any orange in mine.
The more we look at it, the more we turn it upside down.
I couldn't believe how strong she was. I couldn't believe, being that young, how much wisdom she had. She really wasn't saying, woe is me. She was saying, I'm gonna beat this, I'm good, I'm fine.
Well, that's cool.
I don't know. I definitely see working on this piece as a means of therapy. Art in general is very therapeutic. I started doing this after my surgery. When I'd be using one arm, I'd hide the other arm, and I still do it. I still do it.
My professor said, you're
Always
supposed to
hide
think
the other
like
arm.
that
Yeah.
because it gives you balance.
In your pain, you can make beauty. See, yours looks like a professional did it.
Yeah.
Mine looks like a professional. I don't like it to snow anymore.
What? You don't like what?
That
I love it. I'm gonna pull something out of there.
it's gone. Every day for the rest of your life, when you look at that piece, you can remember exactly what you were doing, exactly what you're thinking, maybe what happened that day.
She has triumphed, and she's a better person because of it.
My daughter, Gloria, owns Trendsetter, and Francine's Friends goes to her shop every year on August 26th. So I started going there in the last 4 years. And last year, I had my mammograms, and the next day I was told to come back to get a biopsy. Since it was a holiday, it was kind of hard because I had a trip to go to New York for a month, the first week of September. So they did a hurry-up thing, and they did a biopsy, and they said I could go ahead and go. And when I was in the plane, my daughters found out that I had cancer. So it took them about a week and a half to call me and tell me.
I don't know if it's helping to combat cancer, but it's helping her with her own journey. So I think that it's a process. So in a way, I guess it is helping to combat cancer, because it's her working through this and her going through this.
My ex-husband, his father died last year. And within a couple months, I was diagnosed. Later, I was the same year I was diagnosed, and it really brought a burden to the family because they just lost their dad, and then they didn't know my outcome. So it was very hard.
It's so different because it isn't about me. Usually my art is about me. It's about, artists really are kind of self-centered because it's what we want, it's what we like, it's our own stories. In this case, it's about Eva. When I first met Eva, I felt so happy that this was somebody I could relate to.
It's gonna be amazing what she's planning on doing for me. I've seen her work and wonderful.
I don't know how much she knows about clay, but she's going to come into my studio and we're going to actually work together. This is the period of her life that she's working on this piece. And so that right there is going to add this part of her life into that piece, because she's having struggles that she's having to go through right now. And as she's working on this piece, that's what she's thinking of, and that's what she's dealing with.
Sometimes I feel like I don't want to go through this, because I've had 5 friends after me that has had it worse than I. So I look up and say, you know, I gotta keep on.
It gives me a lot personally, because I'm able to do something maybe to help her just a little bit.
It was very upsetting when I heard the first time, because it's not in my family history, and I was the first. I was so sore, so swollen, so agitated at points. I was thinking about, did I make a right choice? Did I make a mistake by going and having my mammogram done? Maybe not, but then after everything was over, I had a real good 3 months of bed rest and my family taking care of me. I think I made a better choice. Because I was in so much pain, I thought I made a wrong choice, but no. At this point, I'm so happy.
A lot of the things that we touched on were the experiences that she had with the process, the pain that she went through, how scary it was, that it could affect her livelihood and her family.
I thought as a mother, as a wife, I was the one that was taking care of them, but then they took care of me. Helped me to do enough. I didn't have to do anything. They did everything.
I was sad for her, and I was scared for her for the experience that she went through, but knowing that she had that support system, and a good support system through her family and through her daughter.
My daughter has been with me from day one till today, with me at every doctor's appointment, every radiation. So support is the best thing.
I envisioned all of the painful things that she went through. How could those painful things become something beautiful?
I'm excited to know what she has to share with me, or what sort of journey she's going to take me to. I've never done this before. This is the first time.
I actually do touch paintings. These paintings that have texture all the way around. You can touch them, you can feel them, you can see the texture within them. If she would like to touch her experience or see her experience, she can go ahead and do that.
Cancer is a hard word. Cancer is a word that scares you at some point, but it's not always the same. You can get cured, you can move on, yes, and you can be strong. But at this point, I'm cured and I'm very happy. And I'm so glad that I went to Francine's when I did.
When I heard that I had, that they found spotted cancer on my breast, that's the only time that I got I don't know, emotional or scared. And I ran into this room that one of my good girlfriends was working, and I told her, and we just kind of cried for a little bit. I've never been through anything like this, and it's all new to me. I really didn't have anybody that, called me and said, hey, how you doing, or whatever. Everybody's got enough going on in their lives anyway, so why should I bother people with my little problems? So, I don't say anything.
That's how you want it. Or is
It would have been nice for somebody to say, how you doing today? How you feeling? I mean, once in a while, somebody would, but to bring it up. And, you know, I don't wanna, I don't know what, talk about myself or whatever.
She's taken it as if, okay, it was given to me to handle and I'm okay.
You know, you just gotta deal with what the world gives you.
What I hope to do is represent her emotions through her journey in the faces or the face that I create. I work in glass, but I do fused glass. I take glass shapes and start laying them together to see how they fit. Just let it go from there. It's more of how I'm feeling based on thinking about what she has been through. I don't think she realizes that she has a powerful voice in all of this, just like all the other survivors do, and I'm hoping that she gets that out of this. I really do, you know? She has a lot to say to other people. There have to be other people that are just like her who've gone through the whole process by themselves. So she could be a huge help to somebody else who is in the same boat. Her whiny emotions, maybe anger at first hearing that she was diagnosed, and now that she's been through it and she is a survivor, her joy.
I'm glad I didn't, you know, wait longer than what I did. Because who knows what it could have been, how serious it could have been.
I think when you know a woman going through breast cancer, or really any kind of cancer, just be there to support them. Ask more questions than you make statements. Try to understand what they're going through. Try to, you know, you may not be able to put yourself in their shoes, but you can still try to understand where they're coming from.
So sometimes when you keep stuff in yourself, then it's not healthy for you. So it's better to let everybody know, all your friends know, and that's when the help comes in.
If you're diagnosed, go and get your treatments, go get your support, and do what what you have to do to be a survivor like I have been.
I know it's a real burden with not having insurance if you don't have insurance, but they're here to help you. So I would suggest to get it done every year. And don't wait according to your age. Age doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, the luncheon, yeah, I'm very excited about that. That'll be exciting, different. I've never done anything like this before. Yeah, that would be nice to have more friends. I mean, I hope to become really good friends with Laura. Did you get that?
You are an amazing woman. You truly are, okay? And you are, you become such an inspiration for me just in the last few minutes listening to you talk and then getting to meet you face to face yesterday. This is very meaningful for me because it's teaching me some things about myself. But it gives me the opportunity to focus on somebody that's so important, and you are important. You are an amazing woman. You truly are. You can count on us being friends for a long time, okay?
Yes, I do see my diagnosis to now as a new beginning. Going through this has definitely made me a lot calmer person. You do tend to see the world a little differently. You do tend to see what not to take for granted. The smallest daily details that we do every single day, I was unable to do for a long time. There are still things I cannot do because of my surgeries, which is fine. But it does definitely teach you to take the world, as it is every day.